Every time you post into side control and feel that familiar pinch in your shoulder, you tell yourself the same thing. All I sit tonight, it'll be fine by Thursday. And it is until the next time you post and the time after that. Then one day you're defending Kimura and something doesn't just pinch, it goes. And you're off the mat for 4 months wondering what you could have done differently. And the answer is most things, because by the time you feel the pinch, the problem's already been building for years. Here's what's actually happening under the surface. Your shoulder doesn't keep breaking down because jujitsu is hard. It's breaking down because you're asking it to generate force at end range, under load, at speed, in positions it was never trained to handle. Posting on an outstretched arm, defending a Kimura, framing from bottom side control, it's not a strength problem. It's not a flexibility problem. It's the gap between where your shoulder can go passively and where it can actually produce force. Jiu-jitsu lives entirely in that gap. And today, I'm going to give you 5 things that will help you close it. This first one looks stupidly simple. Don't skip it. This drill is really what can separate athletes who stay on the mat from the ones who disappear at 40. A controlled articulate rotation is not just a stretch, it's not a warm-up. It's telling your nervous system that you own this range of motion. So turning your palm externally, you'll take your arm all the way up overhead until you hit a stop point. Try not to move any other areas of your body. Then you'll start to rotate your arm, your shoulder internally, and extend your arm behind you all the way to the end position, and then bring it down by your side. You'll reverse that. Extend from internal to external rotation to our starting position, and bring it back in front of your body. Jiu-jitsu demands about 30% of your available range of motion, and the other 70% goes dormant. And one day you need it. You need that end range in a Kimura or other movements, and it's not there. If you practice this 2 to 3 reps, each arm, each direction, you'll notice a massive difference. If the first one looks simple, this one's going to feel like you're undoing years of damage, because you probably are. I'm going to go into a crossbody posterior capsule stretch with active internal rotation. So you're going to lay on your side, stack your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. And with your elbow directly in front of your shoulder, make sure the weight of your body is kind of stacked on your shoulder and your shoulder blade is pinned. From there, you're going to bend your elbow at 90 degrees and pressing your wrist joint down, internally rotate your arm until you get a nice amount of stretch. From here, you're going to pause, inhale, and contract. Resist the push down. Try and lift your wrist away. And as you exhale, relax. You want to do this 3 to 5 repetitions. And the key here is the active contraction at the end range. Just stretching won't cut it. You need to load the tissue where it's restricted and then actively contract. It'll teach your capsule to stop fighting. I want you to hold 20 to 30 seconds and do 2 rounds on each side. Quick test. Come to a wall right now. Your arms in gold post, elbows at 90 degrees, with the back of your wrist pressed against the wall. From here, focusing on protracting your shoulder blades, slowly slide your arms up overhead, keeping your shoulder blades from winging off your back. From there, keep focusing on protraction and return to the start position. Repeat this. Your serratus anterior is a muscle underneath your shoulder blades that helps keep your shoulder blades pinned to your rib cage as you move. It's vital and important that this muscle activates and works so that you can remain safe under those positions like posting, framing, and other movements in jiu-jitsu. Make sure that your shoulder blades don't retract and wing off your back as you do this. Notice if your elbows lift or your low back wants to arch. Try and keep good posture, your forearms in contact with the wall, shoulder blades broad and protracted throughout the whole movement. 10 slow reps, 2 full cycles. Every underhook battle, every shot, every scramble from half guard, all of it is based on thoracic rotation. And if you're not training with load, you're sending your shoulder out there on its own with those movements. So for this one, we'll lie on the floor. Start with one leg straight and one knee bent. You'll roll to your side. And you spread your arms out as far as possible and slowly come into a big letter T position with your upper body. Now notice if your top knee starts to slide back, if your pelvis wants to compensate, try and keep everything in line and stacked. And it can be helpful if you'd like to fill up the space with a roller, bolster, some blocks. But do your best to flatten your upper back on the floor Spread your arms as far apart from one another as they go. I want you to slowly close. Use your inhales to open and your exhales to slowly close. You'll notice that the last repetition will feel completely different from the first. Last repetition, hold for 30 seconds. I'm putting this last one because it's one that most people skip, and I think it's one of the most important. It actually prevents rotator cuff tears. You can stretch into external rotation all day, but if you don't build strength at end range there, that's when things can go wrong. So to practice this, there's many different variations, but today I want you to sit and take one knee off to your side, knee bent, and place your elbow on top. You'll bend your elbow to 90 degrees and then to secure a strap or a resistance band underneath your opposite foot or leg. From here, externally rotate, coming to a nice amount of stretch, pulling your shoulder blade down. From there, focusing on a slow eccentric, take 3 to 4 seconds to return to the start position. Continue this. This is teaching your joint to be strong through that entire range of motion. Passive structures tear. That's what they do when you ask them to do a muscle's job. The eccentric is the work here. You're not just strengthening, you're teaching your shoulder to protect itself in the exact position where it's the most vulnerable. Go light, go slow, about 2 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions, and you'll feel the difference between where you can reach and where you can control. These 5 moves are the foundation, and I've seen grapplers get weeks of relief just from these. But if your shoulders, your hips, and your lower back keep cycling through the same breakdown pattern year after year, that takes a system, not just a checklist. That's what Mat Armour is. 12 weeks, BJJ specific, built around the positions you train in and the load patterns that jiu-jitsu actually creates. Not general fitness, not stretching. It's built for the mat. The link's in the description if you want to read what it covers and decide if it fits where you're at. If the full Mat Armour program is not for you right now, just subscribe. I'll be dropping these breakdowns. Next one will be on hip mobility. If your guards felt slow, you're going to want that one. Train smart and see you on the mat.